All right, so have you ever invited your partner over after you done went on the internet and you done got your whole little up, down, left, 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 you know what I'm saying, triangle, square combos down. Got the whole book notebook filled out with all this, you know what I'm saying, stuff you about to break out. You've been studying, you've been locking it in, you've been, you know what I'm saying, really going over it because you finna mess him up when he come through, right? Or you seen like those videos on like social media and stuff where like somebody's been antagonized. It's like two dudes. One of them is antagonizing the other one, and like the dude being antagonized is calm and just chilling because what he know is he been doing jujitsu for ten. You know what I'm saying? 10 years. Nice with it. Dude antagonizing him don't know that. So then when he bring it all out, dude is surprised. Dude is shocked. Dude backs up, leaves him alone. I feel like that's where we at right now with this Cowboys team. I think we are 3 weeks into the season. I think there are more that we want to see from them. I think there is more players that we want to see get active and things like that. But I think right now what they're doing because we still have deficiencies. If y'all see me looking down, this is my notepad. But we still have not deficiencies, but they're still learning. Like first game had its own set of problems with the drops and things like that. This game against the Giants had its own set of problems with the defense and getting these long balls thrown on them all night by Russell Wilson. And your kicker, shout out to Brandon Arbus just for being dope, but your kicker got to, you know what I'm saying, basically bail you out and win the game. Like, it's stuff that they still working through. I think right now they're in that stage of still adding the pieces that they need with Kenny Clark and Jadeveon Clowney being signed and traded over for whatever. Um, so those guys are still learning the playbook. Solomon Thomas even, saying still getting acclimated, whatever. Um, just the defense as a whole getting used to, Eberflus's calls and just the scheme and whatever the case is, they're still learning. And I think this, being that this is a new head coach, a new staff, or whatever, I think that's the same on both sides of the ball. Honestly, like I think on the offensive side, they are doing a lot more that Dak is comfortable with for sure. But I do believe they are still learning. They're still figuring it out. Still getting players active and things like that. So I think by the time we get to like mid season and going to the postseason and things like that, I think this team will be exactly where we expect and want them to be. I think I think again, if everyone stays healthy, you know what I'm saying, knock on wood, whatever, don't want to jinx anything, but if this team stays healthy, I think Dak would definitely be, again, he probably never win it, but he'll be in the talks for MVP. I think CD will lead the league in receptions. I think George is going to have his own breakout year as well, and just being with a great quarterback and Dak and things like that. But anyway, let's get into this week 3 game. I got 3 things that I'm looking for in this week. And so I started off by one saying, do they get GP going more? I think in this last game against the Giants, in this last game against the Giants, I believe that they started to get George going a little bit. I've been seeing little film breakdowns and things like that of just how they are setting up, like different routes out of the same formations and just those little things that schemes George Pickens and CD open for that matter. And I think Jalen Tolbert, is definitely coming along slowly, not making too many plays, but he is, what I'm saying, he, I think, started that drive, basically that the game-winning drive with a crucial catch and things like that. Even Ferguson is still, coming along and getting his legs back under him. I think, again, both of those guys, mid-season form and beyond, they'll be different players. They'll be playing more confident. They'll be looking a lot better. So I know Mingo can't wait to get back. I'm excited to see what he looks like with in that Toba role out there with CD and GP and even Ryan Flournoy or whatever. So, but back to what I was saying. Basically, do they get GP going more? I hope so. I think this Bears team. I mean, yeah, they got a few injuries. They got an ex-Cowboy Nation right out there at cornerback as well. It's any given Sunday, man. I think if we just go out, execute, play ball how we should, then they'll get they'll get GP going, and we'll be just fine. So that's what I'm looking forward to as far as number one. Number two, will Turpin get less? Because I know they said it's not a neck injury; it's just a trap injury or whatever. But still, do they limit his production? Do they limit what it is he does well? Do they limit his opportunities or whatever? I don't know. I don't know. I would say so because again, like I said, there are other people. Which are going to my third point. There are other people that we want to see get involved, and I also would much rather Terp, healthy and things like that later in the season. Like I don't want to, risk anything. And again, I'm not saying that he's, you know, not able to play and not able to get all of the production or whatever that he's been getting. I don't know how bad he's hurt or whatever, but basically, I'm just saying like if there is a chance that anything else could get worse or whatever, then I would rather bring in other people. And like I said, one of those people, as my third point, is will Blue be active this week? Will Jadon Blue be active this week to do some of the punt return stuff or even just some of that, you know, some things in the running game as far as like that Miles Sanders role, like a relief back, or even just some things out of the backfield or whatever as a pass catcher. So definitely hope he gets. I definitely hope he gets active. Definitely hope we get to see him finally in this game. I think Javonte Williams is obviously going off, so we definitely don't want to lessen. I don't feel like I want to lessen his touches and things like that. I want to continue to see him have these great games and continue to get active. He looks really good. That was a good pickup. I didn't even know. I saw in one of the videos. I think the 1st and 10 on the Cowboys thing that the doctor here for the Cowboys. I think it's Dr. Cooper or whatever. Did his surgery or whatever when he had the surgery. So. And that's the same story for a lot of players. So I really like that about the Cowboys, just having one of the better doctors. So a lot of players and things like that, come here to get surgeries done and stuff like that. And so we just have a lot of insight on certain people, whatever, which is cool. It's good being in the big market or whatever. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping gets going this week. That's what I want to see, but. I don't know. This might just be shop talk, even though we're not in the shop. But yeah, y'all know what it is. Peace.